Bushcraft 412, and let's talk about extreme budget SHTF guns. Now, when it comes down to it, the world of SHTF is kind of just riddled with big egos and big money. You know, people with expensive guns, lots of money to burn, who are making videos out there, and you know, they're making great videos, don't get me wrong, but you know, it makes it very discouraging for the people who are on very tight budgets and just don't have the money to spend on, you know, even what most people would consider a budget gun. And this video is for those people who are really struggling and really having a difficult time scraping together the money for their SHTF plans and prepping and all it is that they're doing. Both of these are some single shot break action shotguns that I've had since the early 1990s. I paid about $90 a piece for these, and if you were to find these new used in a swap sheet or something like that, you could probably pick these up nowadays for $60-80 used. Even new, this brand isn't available anymore, but a lot of the new single shot shotguns are in the $100 to $150 range. So definite budget item, and a lot of people ignore them in their videos because, of course, you know, there's a lot of ego involved in making these videos, and you know, it looks better to people. And let's be honest, you get more hits if you whip out an AR-15 that's fully loaded with all kinds of fun tactical stuff on it. Nobody really gets in line to watch videos on break action shotguns, so the market kind of caters to the big toys, and unfortunately, that big toy market isn't really compatible with, you know, the millions of Americans who are out there struggling and don't have a ton of money but still want to be involved in the prepping community. Now, these break action guns, they're about 20 years old. These are guns, and part of the amazing part about these guns is, one, you don't have to clean them hardly at all. I mean, literally, you can wipe these things out with a rag, run a brush down it, put a little oil in the barrel, and these things are good to go. There's nothing that can really break on them. There's almost nothing that can go wrong. I mean, shy of, you know, the spring and the trigger, you know, there's almost no moving parts whatsoever. I mean, these guns are held together with a simple hinge. It's not going to break. There's no extractor on these. There's literally no moving parts except the trigger. Very little can break. This is a gun, if you buy, you can abuse this for a lifetime, and you're never going to have to worry about it breaking or falling apart on you, because there's nothing to them. And in especially a long-term SHTF scenario, having a gun you never have to worry about breaking is like gold itself, you know. Unfortunately, I think, you know, the people with AR-15s are going to have to contend with the fact that springs wear out, things happen, there's a lot of moving parts that can go bad. And especially if you are in a nasty, dirty environment where you can't properly clean and maintain your gun, how long is that AR-15 going to last if you're living in the woods or if you're homesteading or doing something like that and you don't have oil, you don't have solvent, you don't have proper stuff to clean these things? You know, a gun like this is simple. You will never have to worry about it your whole life, and that's a great advantage in an SHTF scenario. Not to say, you know, throw away your AR-15 and buy a break-action shotgun, but this is a great addition to your system. Or if you have no guns at all, this is a terrific way to start, because it teaches you the value of placing your shot right and making a one-shot kill. And with practice, you can get real quick at loading a break-action shotgun. You can be almost as quick as a pump, you know, if you practice and, you know, take care of the gun and keep it oiled up and take care of the hinge. You know, you can really go through these things pretty quick. So with that said, you know, I kind of want to put this out there that this is something that cannot be overlooked when you're on a budget. I know it's very intimidating because, like I said, no one wants to see a video with a break-action shotgun. They want to see AKs. They want to see AR-15s. They want to see bolt-action 308 sniper rifles. They want to see cool stuff. They don't want to see the bread and butter. You know, the bread and butter is boring. But the bread and butter will keep you alive long-term. Whereas an AR-15, you know, if the world does go to an SHTF scenario and it's 20, 30 years down the line, are you going to be able to count on that AR-15 for 10, 20 years in a bad environment? Who knows? I know 100% these guns will be around no matter how bad I treat them. So, even though these guns are massively outdated, you can't even buy them anymore. I still keep them. I won't sell them. Why? Because those are a part of my plans, is to have a couple of guns that are completely indestructible. And between the two of these, the 410 and the 12 gauge, I can hunt pretty much anything in North America. Well, at least anything in the Northeast. Out west, you're not going to be able to kill, buffalo and bison and things like that with them. But in the Northeast, this, 12 gauge will take black bear. It'll take anything in the Northeast, no problem. So, definite winner when it comes to gathering food and space. Now, I'm going to do some editing here and switch around videos, and you're going to see just how neat and versatile these guns really are. I just want to give you a quick demonstration about these guns and why they are so neat. And forgive my camera work, as you know I am a one-man show here. These guns in particular, I like these because there is no external hammer. The hammer is actually cocked as you open the gun. That action actually cocks the hammer, which I think is really cool because you don't have an exposed hammer if you're in a wilderness situation that can get caught on things. Really neat. I like that feature, but a lot of guns do have the external hammers. So these guns in particular, you just pull on this little tab and the forestock comes off. Then from there, pull the handle and the barrel comes out of the hinge, making this 3 small pieces, which is very convenient for, as I'm going to show you, bugging out. Here is a bug out bag, and we are going to make this gun disappear. Okay, and this is not a large bug out bag by any means. This is only maybe a 20-something inch bag. The barrel doesn't fit in there completely, but I do have to put it in diagonally. But I can fit this gun in this bag and make it completely disappear. Really cool feature. Well, folks, this right here is 100 rounds. That is the potential for 100 meals. And this weighs just a couple of pounds and is, about the size of, a medium-sized book. This is not too much to carry. And if you're familiar with the 410 and you're capable of shooting it and being accurate with it and fully understanding its range and limitations, a 410 can be a terrific gun for you and a terrific addition to your survival guns. Now, there are a lot of 410s out there. There are a lot of, break action, bolt action, you name it. There's pumps out there. And there's even, I really wish I had a over-under 410 and 22 combo. That would be ideal. I would love it. I don't. But I just want to put it out there that the 410 is really overlooked as for a hunting gun. And as for a small concealable gun, it's actually very nice because if you want to be stealthy, if you shoot off a 12 gauge, people will hear you for close to a mile. And when people are hungry, they hear a gun go off in the woods, they're going to say, hey, food. The 410 is quieter. You have that capability of being a little more stealthy and secretive and people not being able to find your location, which is another nice advantage of the 410 over, 20 and 12 gauge. Even though the 20 and the 12 do have them beat on the ability to take large game and the range that you can get out of those guns.